Everybody, Andy here again. I thought I'd come down onto the beach again. It's a lovely sunny afternoon, pretty nippy, but it's a nice day, and what better place to come down than to on the beach, a bit of fresh air, New Year and all that sort of thing, a bit of fresh air in the lungs. But what I wanted to talk about today was another one of those sort of ideas that's come through sort of comments and other things, talking backwards and forwards with other people, and about how much that we share about ourselves on here, and should we concern about ourselves with how much. I mean, some people I know through talking to them are concerned that maybe they talk about themselves too much, and all their videos are all about sort of me, and how much they're actually sharing about themselves, about their lives, their personalities, etc. And how much, whether other people are really interested. You know, I do that myself. You make a video and you think, well, do people really care about this type of thing? For example, the video that I made about my father the other week. Now, I debated long and hard about whether I should post that video. As I said before, I just recorded it as a personal thing, but with the idea to possibly being a vlog. I always tend to record those type of things as if they were a vlog anyway, and then review them afterwards and see what they're like. And the vast majority of them do actually get put out. But I do think, you know, should I put that sort of thing out? Are people interested? And also, another point on that is when you put a video out like that about my father, you know that you're going to get sympathy from people, which is great. And I'd like to thank everybody who gave me sort of nice comments, etc., asking about the health of my father and wishing him well, etc. But you know that you're going to get those comments. So are you sort of subconsciously putting the video out there to try and get a bit of praise? Do we want the sort of our egos inflated slightly? I don't know. But that's another sort of a side issue, because as we sort of continue our sort of YouTube journeys or video making journeys, inevitably we tend to get more and more subscribers. You know, obviously this varies, but the more people that you get watching you, the more you might start to think about how much you actually share, because we all know that the sort of dangers that you can get out there. Some are better at sharing things than others. Some people just talk about their lives all the time, and that's the point I'm making here. Some people are happy to do that. I'm generally pretty happy to do that as well. I suppose it depends on the type of subscribers you get, but as I said, once you get more and more popular and your subscriber count does go up and your video view count goes up, ultimately you might start to think about that. And there's always that possibility, it doesn't matter who you are, that one of your videos for some reason might spark some interest somewhere and go sort of viral or global or whatever it might be. So I'd like to know what people want to see as well, because I get the impression, and I said this to the person the other day, that if I actually put the question out there, how much do you actually want to know about my life, or anybody else's life for that matter, people that you've come to know on here, people that you've become friends with, I suppose, how much do you actually want to know about my life? And I'd be interested. And I think in some ways I'd be quite shocked how interested some people are about that sort of minute detail. One person said to me that one of the reasons is they like to hear the views of somebody else, the way that people live their lives in different parts of the world. It gives us a window, a view into somebody else's life who might live thousands of miles away from you and live a completely different life than you do. So it's interesting to hear other people's viewpoints. And as I said before, it's quite good to hear an ordinary viewpoint as opposed to someone who's in the public eye, a celebrity. It's the ordinary person that you're hearing from, and that's what is so attractive about some of these vlogs. So that's one thing I'll be interested to know in that sort of respect. I'm just sitting here with a sea behind me. I'm wondering whether you can actually hear anything that I'm saying here at all. I'll just listen to the sea for a bit, I think, because it seems to be quite loud at times, but maybe that's just me. But so as I said, I'll be interested to know what people think about that. And I know other aspect that people have said to me is that they like my videos and other people's videos as well, because they just like to hear someone talk. It's a bit like a radio. They even sort of put the videos on in the background, so to speak, when they're doing something else, and they're doing something in their kitchen or preparing a meal or whatever it might be. And they're using you as like a background music, like a radio, talk radio if you will, something along that sort of aspect. And I'd like to know how people feel about that as well. I know that people have told me that they do that as well. Is it a comforting thing just to hear someone talk about pretty much anything, I suppose, whether it be about their life? Does it give you a sort of a sense of comfort in that respect? lots of different topics there, lots of different questions, but as I said, something that I found quite interesting about, you know, we do reveal quite a lot about our lives on here, but should we reveal more? And if we do, are people interested? As I said before, is it a case of, do I really want to know about that? Or, you know, I see some videos and I think, why are they telling me this? Not in a bad way, maybe they want to get it off their chest the way that I do as well. And as I said before, I know that people do appreciate, I'm going to get caught by the waves of it, do appreciate hearing these things as well. So your thoughts, as always, I'd love to hear them. How much do you want to know? Are we sharing too much? All those sort of topics. And have you got me on in the background? And if you have, are you actually listening to what I'm telling you or talking about? Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks for your time. I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.